Hello, this is Spellbinder Reports. I have a SOHO moment here. This is kind of strange. As you see this flare here, it starts to come out. It actually starts to come out and then gets sucked back in and then comes on out. The time never changes and never goes back down here. This is very, very strange. Let me show you this in steps. Let me go back. Okay, now I'm going to go forward and keep an eye up here on this flare. It's going to go up, come back, and then go on out, as if there was like a implosion. Never quite seen that before. See that? It went up, sucked back in. Time never went backwards. And then it kind of stays there. There's shock waves right there. On up in here before the flare comes out over here, there is also shock waves that you'll see down here that come out. Shock waves are ripples in this entire view. Let's see if I can get this to start again. Okay. When it gets up here, it's going to be there in a second. You'll see it. You'll see a shock wave. If I can stop it right on the shock wave. And right there. There's a shock wave right there. I don't know how good you can see it on your screen. But there is a shock wave there. And then it's gone. And then this flare flares up. Let me start it off again. And then there's a weird thing down here. It lasts over 12 minutes. There's a big something that spews across here, and it's in 2 frames, which is 12 minutes apart. So whatever this is lasted over 12 minutes. Down in this area here. There it is. You see that? It came up and then it went this way. It was whatever it was huge, and it lasted a long time, longer than I expected it to. Let me go on up here so you can see some of the activity up here of strange things. I believe that's Venus, Mercury. Not positive. I'm pretty sure that's Venus there. It's in retrograde. It's going opposite than the stars going across the field. The satellite's flipped upside down because this is over here instead of over here. It's, you know, the satellite does flip on itself. It does. It flips as it goes in rotation around the sun. And you've seen that, probably seen the shock wave again. If you didn't, you can back it up. I'm going to have to actually slow this down again so you can catch everything. But these were the 2 flares. One of these 2 were the X flare. I believe maybe it was this one here that was the X flare. It could have been that one there. It had a little implosion where it actually blew out and then sucked back in for a frame and then went on and expanded. Now I'm down to 21. See that? It went poof, poof. As I have it in motion, you can see that it blew out and then got sucked back in towards the sun. Weird. I never quite seen that before. And then you have a shockwave effect before the next one. Which I don't know if I just never noticed the shockwaves before. I don't think I've ever seen shockwave on here. But right about now here you'll see a shockwave. There it is, a shockwave, and then this flare goes off. I'll actually stop it, and I'm going to go forward until you can see this down here and this particular event, and then I'm going to go back and show the shockwave. Got something coming up on my screen like usual. There it is. Very strange. It's got a trail behind it, and it lasts for over 12 minutes. Because there it is still. With this trail behind it. And then after the second shot, the third shot of this, which is 116, 117 frame, it's gone. Poof. It's no longer there. I haven't seen too many, if any, that last that long, actually. I'm just going to click it manually up through here. There it started over again on the 16th. And I'm just going to let you take a look at some of the stuff. That was just strange to see. To see this go doo doo doo. And it just blows me away. I've never quite seen an implosion before on this, so it kind of blows me away to see it. And you have something there just before the implosion, which is it stopped altogether. I think I killed the program. That was weird. The old implosion thing. And then I said just before the one blows out on this side, we have a shock wave. We stop it again just before it gets there. I know what frame it's at. Okay, now I'm going to step it. 73. I said there's like a shock wave that comes out. It's real visible before this happens. Let me go back again. Oops, I want to swing. I'll go reverse. Got some strange stuff going on. This after that. But there it is. There's a frame 173, as I'll show you here. Oh, it doesn't go down that far. It's real visible though. I guess if you run this today before it gets any later, it's around 173 was the shock wave from that. And there was a shock wave, and there was a little shock wave off of this one when this one went off. Now I'm going to just let this run so you can see the upper part up here. See what strange things occur. Give it about a minute to go through. But you'll be able to see this starting over now, I believe. When this flare happens, it'll go up, go back, go out. It's very, very unusual. I mean, there it comes. Watch it. Isn't that amazing? You see this flare start, it goes out, goes back, and then goes on out into its explosion. Very unusual. And it's got these streaks, heavy streaks going through it. Shock wave. Explosion. So this actually happened over here. I mean, it was an implosion. It's that's what I'm going to leave it at for today. This is Spellbinder reporting on the SOHO sun sky report. Be good at it. Enjoy.